Okay, so I'm here with From the Ashes. We're going to talk a wee bit about the Hombres. I want to get a bit of the Hombres backstory. Snappy, do you want to start off there? How did you first of all get into the Hombres? How did you first of all meet Brian and
Well,
Matt?
oh, Jesus, disappeared. What's happening?
Disconnected.
Ah, bro, your voice is still here. You're hearing spirit and man. You're hearing spirit and soul, man. Basically, mate, the Hombres started. Me and Brian started obviously running a boot camp, and one of the members in the boot camp was Brian. Shock, another alt, President Ray, and for there, we just decided that we were going to go and take BWG completely out of the game. And we started talking, and basically Brian decided to set up, asked if we'd be part of it. And me and G was already with us through the boot camp. So basically G came on board, I was on board, Brian was on board, and then we obviously met Woody, Grizzly, Pony, Mermaid in here as well, who were also part of the Hombres at the start, along with Rambo and Scott, who are running late. So the Hombres was all started off, and it started off well, and it was a great thing. It was started off as not a gang, but an alliance. Because my gang at the time, Scottish Outlaws, weren't that great. There wasn't a lot of them that liked fighting, whereas I did. So basically we picked the better people from the other gangs, and we turned it like the fucking Avengers, mate. Do you know what I mean? We were all the stars of a rainy movie, but we all came together and fucking made some big super force, which was adamant in the early days. I mean, what was it, Woody? About a week before we broke BWG completely.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, it was about a week before we broke them completely, and then I petitioned for the move to go after HHR. HHR were claiming that they ran BWG off the map, blah blah blah. Woody was there when we ended up deciding we didn't like them. Me, Woody and Grizzly, when we were shooting Mr. Boogeyman. Remember the five kills in a row I got him, and he ran away. The big bad HHR. But that was how the Hombres started, and as it went on, things changed, and I think we're gonna get into that shortly.
Right, yeah, no problem. That's very good. Right, so Woody, let me see about you now. Okay, so Snappy, what happened from then on? Like, you know, what obviously HHR then happened, and you said that you more or less wanted to put them in their place. Basically, you were going to run BWG off the map. So you more or less did. Like, I mean, you run a couple of clans off the map, if I remember right.
Well, we did. The thing about it is though, the original players was myself, G, Brian, Grizzly, Woody, Scott, and Rambo. And together, man, we were fucking, mate, we just caused fear. Everyone in this community was like that, who are the Hombres, and then the excuses were coming out that we were an alliance, we weren't a real gang. And to be honest, in my opinion, when you fight 7v7, it doesn't matter if you've got Tim, Bob and Peter for another gang. If there's 7 there, there's 7 there. But other people started kicking out first, but it started playing on my mind a bit. Do you know what I mean? I was getting a bit annoyed. We were making too many alliances. Like the guys that we had for the start, that was fine, but it was like we made an alliance with Big Stretch, and for me, that never brought anything to the table.
That
Big
was
Stretch
the beginning of the end for you then, was it? The start of it?
Well, for me, I mean, what caused a bit of problem, and I think everyone here can agree, Woody, Grizzly, G, when the league started, and Brian said he was going to fight for the
Avatrana. Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know what Woody, what Grizzly, what made him. What's your thoughts on that? I mean, I think we all pretty much were in the same boat there. That it was wrong.
I'm gonna be honest. We told you from the get-go about how shady Brian already was.
Right.
We didn't push buttons. We just let it ride. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's because we was getting in a fight. You know, that's what we was looking for. We was looking for the fight. He was there for it. He got us there.
Yeah. But like you say, mate, like we were talking about this, and and saying stuff, and the fact is, the amount of times that we were in trouble, and it was me and G, and it was the same people that came time and time again, and it was Woody and Grizzly were always there. Yeah. And when Woody and Grizzly boys needed us, we would be there, but it would only be me and G that would turn up.
Do you know what I mean? You're forgetting, we fought dead rabbits in the CDC, and he wouldn't fight with us. He was in that lobby, but he would not be one of the 7.
That is true.
Yeah.
Right.
It did, and it happened a lot. It did happen a lot.
And then again, when we was fixing to fight HHR, where was he going to be? Not there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He was actually fighting us while we were fighting HHR.
Yeah.
He fought us 3 times while we were fighting HHR.
On a low-key account.
It's funny because I was not in the Hombres at that point, you know, but from an outsider looking in, I mean, you always thought it was Brian's gang, you know, but I learned that my own personal thing, like, you know, when I came into the Hombres, that Snappy was more of a leader actually than Brian was, you know. I think he, you know, fully admitted that in the end there, you know. I think he admitted that to you in that interview, Snappy.
Well, you know, to be honest, I had as you all know, I took it to heart with the Hombres, man. I wanted the Hombres to be more than just an alliance. I wanted us all to be a gang. I wanted HHR, as much as we hate them and we knock them, mate, they've got it right. They grind together, they play together. Do you know what I mean? Like, they didn't just come together to fight. They've got a proper gang. I mean, I didn't agree with all the shite that they've got. Like, you've got to appear offline, and you've got to do this and you've got to do that, mate. It's not a cult. Do you know what I mean? It's not a cult. You didn't do. Charles Manson isn't the leader, right?
That's right.
You get the choice, and I feel that with the Hombres, as we started it that way, and we wanted to be. You can do what you want, but we also at the same time we let a wee bit of structure go because of that. Like, do you know what I mean? And it was like too many alliances, man. Every team we fought, it was an alliance. We didn't need that. Big Stretch was useless, mate. To be honest, he sat on the fence. G, we were there when he spawned in on me and G, and then the Dead Rabbits, and he said they were going to fight the Dead Rabbits. So we got caught in the middle with BWG and Dead Rabbits. Stretch isn't fighting them, and it's me and G. I'm like, but that's not an alliance, mate. Do you know what I mean? Anytime Woody's been there, man, Woody's came in when it's just been me and G. Woody, Grizzly and Pony, man, every time. And we've all been outnumbered, but we still fight and we still win. Well, like that time when we were getting jumped off the Dead Rabbits ages ago, G. And then Woody and all that came in, mate. We had them pure beer Jew hiding in the fucking post office. Do you know what I mean? But it was just that solidarity, and it was like, do you know what I mean? Like we all started this homebrew stuff together, no knowing each other. Like nobody knew each other. Like we all knew of each other, but nobody knew each other personally. Me and G, like obviously Woody and Grizzly and Pony knew each other. Me and G knew each other because they all came from that separate gangs. But the point was, I want to change. Like you said. I was running it. Everyone said that, and I didn't want to be blowing my own trumpet, but Brian set up the Hombres, and everyone thought Brian was the leader, but you were all in there. You saw what Brian done, and it wasn't, and it was me, and I was the one that was pushing for this. I was the one that was trying to arrange fight. Brian was there, and he had stuff, and at the end of the day, it's a game, mate. Yeah, it's a game. And obviously he's got a personal life, but we all do. But the point of the matter is, mate, you run a gang, mate, you didn't fight for another gang.
No, well,
to me, that caused a problem. I was getting stressed out. I was getting stressed out with the problems that I wanted to, the things that I wanted to bring in, and policy. Just no rules, but just a guideline, a bit of structure weren't there, because we're like, oh no, he can be here. Like, and I kicked, obviously I kicked, after speaking to everyone, I kicked Stretch out, but we were losing players all the time, and that to me was what was getting to me. We were the strongest gang fighting wise, but we were losing player after player, and that's because the new players that we'd recruited, that G had recruited, when they were coming on and needing help, there was no one on. Do you know what I mean? There was no one. And yeah, like you got. I'm in with Woody, and I'm in their chat, mate, and they're all tight. They're a tight unit. Do you know what I mean? And that's it. And they guys all talk together and play together. And any one of them need help, Woody's got to spot on. If you run that Heartland tag and you're online and one of your boys is in trouble, and you didn't come and help them, then you're gone.
Mm-hmm. That's the way it has to go. That's just the way it has to go.
And to me, that's spot on. And another reason, sorry for you, but another reason, Jesse, obviously Redneck had left the group at this point, and I've been trying to get him back in and try to keep the peace with them all, but Redneck said it straight, all these other gangs are together. and we weren't. We were like client, and so we started all these fights, but we couldn't back them up. We'd been arranged, so we were putting in the chat that we were getting jumped after going and fighting with these guys, and we never had the numbers to do it.
Yeah.
And then, like you say, you need to ask G, but the decider for me leaving was down to G. G left, and like I say, G's my boy, mate. I've been with G since the start, man. And I spoke to G, and as soon as he said he was done, man, I was done. But obviously, speak to him about that. He can tell you, because he's not really said his bit.
Yeah. Go ahead, G. What happened to you that night? That was just the final straw for you. After, as well as everything else going on, like, you know. But wasn't it HHR or something that actually jumped you, and you couldn't get the help on?
Yeah, I mean, like, they hit me 14 deep, man, and it's just, you know, couldn't get nobody to help. Nobody was on to help.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck it, man. And like I told Stimpy, you know, when I left, man, I told him, I said, look, you don't need to leave, man. You are the leader of this posse, man. You need to stay. You know, I'll go, you know, do my own thing or whatever, but Los Hombres needed a leader, and he was the leader. And then when he left, I knew it wasn't going to be long before it fell apart.
It was a shock, me personally, like, you know, seeing that, you know, Stampy was left, you know, actually had left, and I was like, oh my god, okay, so what is going to happen now? Nobody stepped up.
It's like you said, Seth, mate. As you said, as an outsider looking in, you thought the Hombres was run by Brian, and you thought Brian.
Yeah.
But then you come in, mate, and it's a completely different story when you're inside.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna be like this from the get go. I probably fought twice with Brian, maybe, and maybe not even that. Yeah. But every time I've had Stimpy, G Money, right there.
Yeah.
That was the powerhouse of the Hombres.
Yeah, I would have to say the same. You know, absolutely. That's
like I give Brian a lot of respect because he what he done for me, mate. To be honest, he took me under his wing and he taught me a lot of things, and like, do you know what I mean? And for that, I gave him.
I will always give Brian that respect. Like, you know, he did, you know, teach me a lot of things. Like, you know, but so did you, Snappy. You know, you taught me 1-on-1. You know, whereas Brian would do like sort of videos and stuff for us. You know, that sort of way. Like, you know. But you know, I respect him for that. Like, you know, but so you and G went off and just created From the Ashes. You know, which we're all sitting here now a part of.
Well,
so what has really happened then from you started From the Ashes?
Well, basically, me and G sat down, and me and G had his when G first came on, and I basically was in the boot camp. I was G's trainer, man. How the fucking tables are turned. The cunt trains me now. Do you know what I mean? The man's got thumbs, man. My thumbs didn't even last him, but like I say, mate, you can what they say, if you can't shoot, you teach. Yeah, so I taught him, mate, and do you know what I mean? But me and him, my boys, mate, do you know what I mean? And I was like that to him. I sat down, I went, what do we want to do? What do we want to do here? And he said that, and we had the chat, and we said, after speaking to Woody about, like, when the thing that Woody said to me is, your boys lose the tag, I went, that's the one rule I want. If you're on, we're coming together, we make money. Like, if you've got 7 members in your gang, there shouldn't be one member that's sitting with fucking $30,000 and one that's sitting with fucking $20. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, as a gang as a whole, we should all be able to make money. Like, G and me now, on the skin. Like, for the first time ever, like, our gang are all on level money. Do you know what I mean? There's no been a glitch for anyone today, and know that would fucking matter for me. As you all know, I've not got fucking any luck when it comes to a glitch. but as we're saying, fucking, we've all got money now. We all grind together. When we get jumped now, we have fucking bodies, man. Like, you saw us when we set up that fucking From the Ashes. When 3 days we'd beat the Dead Rabbits. We hammered the Righteous Few, who were like 91 members they've got. Hammered them. What was it? 75-10, just on my scorecard. And we beat the Rabbits, and then we beat the Cash Kings all in a week. Do you know what I mean? I mean, like, we even fought HHR jumped us 3 posses deep that time, right? And we've still fucking ended up on them. Do you know what I mean? Like, and they kept, but what they go on about is, we parlayed you. Well, mate, if you come in at 3 posses with me, I don't give a fuck if I'm in 1 posse, mate. I'll parlay 2 to fight that one, and then we'll make it 3. But then they started crying about that, and then the guys that we had in, our newer guys, like Tam and that, they parlayed him. So they were parlaying people to make it mere numbers because they can't fight fair. But me and G discussed the way we wanted to go forward, and we explained to people, and like G said, man, G knew I didn't want the Hombres to fall apart. I still wanted to be friends with them and that, because it was a great thing. But sometimes great things fall apart, so better things can come together. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it kind of does. Like,
and I believe we've used. I took a stencil. Sorry, mate. Sorry.
Yeah. I want to start getting into the Brian interview, and Brian then approached you for an interview. What happened there? And talk us through that. Exactly.
Well, as you know, before I left, a lot of the people that had left just left. I spoke to Brian, and I wanted it to be on a good level. Do you know what I mean? Like, still, like, there's no bad blood here, but we just need to try our own thing. We'll still ride for you if you need our help, but we just want to go and implement a few things that aren't here. Like, mate, we were in again, we went back to this, but we were in a Hombres chat with fucking, three actual Hombre members. Do you know what I mean? It was alliances, and so it was like, I wanted something different, and I wanted it. Me and G, when we spoke about it, we wanted it our way. Like, I didn't know what I was raging, but obviously I'm a different time zone for G, so when I'm sleeping and 14 of them jump on, I can't help that. Do you know what I mean? Because we're UK, he's America. But the point is, when I wake up to him getting fucking 14, jumped by 14 bodies, and nobody bothered about it. Like, mate, like, see if fucking my mates are getting jumped, mate. See if fucking there was 14 boys jumping on my mates in a street fight, mate. Like, I would be there. Do you know what I mean? Like, and it should be the same in a game.
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of people don't get, and don't get about our attitude towards the game. Like, you know, it is that sort of aspect. Like, you know, if you're getting jumped, like, you know, you get on, you help your boys out. You know,
exactly.
And
that's not taking the game too serious.
No. But you know, at the end of the day, you strike up friendships with these boys. You know, I had a member, like, you know, a friend of ours in the posse who was called a prick by another member of another gang. You know, and I was like, no, I'm not having that. You know, so he went on the other night and kicked the shit out of them. But you know, it happens. You know, the only way you can do it is in the game. It's all in the game, and it's just the game.
You saw what happened. Aye, exactly. We're right just here again talking bad about one of our boys. Do you know what I mean? Like, but as soon as we found that, it was like, nah, we're going to deal with this. We're dealing with this. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you deal with it in the game.
And you deal with it in the game, and it's just kept in the game. You know, it's no big deal. So.
That's what I mean. It doesn't need to go personal. Because trust me, I've had my fair share of personal stuff, and I've went personal. And I've went personal, trust me, and I'm pretty good at doing that. But I would rather just keep it in game, do you know what I mean?
Of course. But Brian, talk to us about the interview with Brian. How did that come about, and where did that go?
Anyway, exactly, as I was saying, I thought we'd ended it cool, and everything was cool. So when he come up with an interview, I thought, Ken, what, he's seen the work that we've put in the last couple of days, and how we've got numbers, Ken, in such a short space of time. And I thought he's obviously want to help us grow and get bigger, and he's obviously wanting us to do well.
You would think so, yeah.
Well, this is what it is, and you know what I mean? I've given that guy nothing but respect, mate. Do you know what I mean? Like, but the guy at the time, and that, he had my back and that, and stuff like that. But there was rumours that he was saying in that fucking terrible 1v1 with Matt when it turned into a 4v1, which is a DQ right away. I was 2-0 up, and I come back in on my own, and then I'm fighting 4 of them. That's a DQ. Anyway, that's a different story altogether.
Go ahead.
But Brian was supposedly saying this, and I was like, nah, he wouldn't do that. And then we come in, and everyone, Grizzly here, Woody here, yourselves, you were watching the thing. Like, I had a feeling something was going to go up, because he said in the interview, like, there's going to be a shock. So knowing Brian, it wouldn't have surprised me if he'd let someone come in or whatever, or like he took over the paper, the Valentine News, for a week before you came in and removed them. But there was loads of shit going up, man. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't. It made
these swamp
sense.
monkeys that going to jump the interview, HHR,
and the other guy, like, that was obviously another one of Brian's $600 egos, because it was Jesus Christ. The picture was Jesus Christ when he was in another gang, but he changed the name. But obviously, I didn't expect it. But when we got there, it was awkward. It was like, you know, when you've fucking split with your missus and like you fucking bump into them 6 months later and you're with a bird.
I was getting that awkwardness from the interview.
It was awkward. And it was like, I felt awkward and everything felt awkward, and then it was like, and then all of a sudden I was blown up, and I was like, again, still thinking this is a joke. And I was like, I was like,
Because
and
I
then
think
all of
he
a sudden
said,
everyone's like,
he said the only other is now for you is to die or something, just die, and he threw a stick of dynamite at you.
right,
You know, I
right.
think that's what it was, and then I think he killed himself and spawned outside or something. And
Yeah,
the
he spawned up there
HHR,
behind the mansion by the river.
yeah, I think then HHR then just spawned on him.
That's when
Possibly?
him and Redneck got into a little wrestling match there, and then
That's right,
HHR
Woody,
spawned
yeah.
all around it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I heard
Redneck.
this.
Redneck came in, didn't he, Woody? I think you watched it too, Woody, didn't you? Like, actually, Redneck,
Oh, yeah.
really, he kicked his ass pretty much, didn't he?
Oh,
Yeah, Grizzly was telling me what was happening.
The whole time it was going on, I was messaging Wood saying it's just an end bad, it's just an end bad, and we was trying our best to get there as fast as we could.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I think the server was just packed out, and I think a lot of people were. I think you were in shock, Snappy, at it all, really. You know.
I see. It took a couple of days to sink in, and I was like that. It wasn't until everyone told me that HHR. Now, to me, Brian, to me, that's the biggest slap in the face because he knew the problems that I had with HHR. Do you know what I mean? If Brian got annoyed with me and fucking shot me or whatever, out of anger, that's cool. But like to add a bit of insult to injury, he brought HHR into it, and do you know what I mean? He gave them an into me, and that is what it is. But do you know what, mate? It's no just everyone's looking at like I'm the one that he stabbed in the back because I'm the vocal one. But look at everyone ruined this fucking campfire here. The other guys that are fucking cutting about hunting and that, they're now making sure we've got a nice wagon fucking for a delivery. Do you know what I mean? But all these guys, like he brought us all together, but he stabbed every one of them in the back. Do you know what I mean? He gave us all like a big fucking motivational and how we could do this, and it was working. It was great. Like when the Hombres started, mate, it was fucking dynamite, mate. Do you know what I mean? We fucking went after Lee when he tried to jump us. We ended Lee with the Gillsiders. Then obviously I told yous that if yous were part of it, we're coming for yous. We ended the beasts and yous came to us, which was part of the plan originally anyway, to bring yous involved. Obviously it wasn't meant to be that way. We were just going to pick the best of yous. But we brought yous. Then we fucking ended Flower Power, which was Lee again. So we ended BWG, Flower Power. We put fucking HHR into hiding for weeks. Still to this day, I've refused to fucking take a 7v7. I mean, I've had fucking, how many fucking 1v1s have I had? I've had one with Will PB, and he was high on at the time. But he legit gave me a fucking 1v1 and he beat me, what was it, fucking 10 fucking 6 or something. And I was getting beat like 6-1 at the start because I hadn't changed my cards. No an excuse, he beat me fair and square, but he was a man about it, do you know what I mean? He stuck to the rules. Then we had El Cucci, and it was fucking 7-3, and he cheated, explosives, and then brought fucking Princess fucking Slayer Queen Kaz, whatever the wee fucking homo's name is. And then I had fucking, who else did I have? Then Johnny's fucking magical fucking 1v1s that he fucking clouds up in his head. The one where he's like, on the video that I recorded says, didn't he take tonics? I went, cool, no tonics, shoot him, boom, what does he do? Pops a tonic. So that to me is another win. Because he's disqualified, he broke his own rule. And then there was Matt Rivers and Rossi Nat. So technically I feel I've legit only lost 1v1. And it was against Will PB. But the point, as matter is obviously there's a hate for them on my side. Do you know what I mean? And for Brian to do that and stab every one of us in the back. Like, do you know what I mean? It's caused wars and that, but do you know what, mate?
Do you know what? I'll say this, Snappy. Like, you know, there's a lot of people. There's one saying that's always stuck with me. Like, you know, people come into your life and they're either a blessing or a lesson.
A lesson, aye.
Yeah.
Aye.
You know what I mean?
But see the way I look at it is, look, all the guys, like, I think Ramble's obviously late, but Ramble's still with us, fucking Grizzly's still with us. All the guys that came together are still together, mate. Do you know what I mean?
At the end of the day, from the ashes, like, you know, is from the.
So this is G, me and G. We were talking, G, weren't we? We were like, what are we going to make for the names?
It was like 3 fucking days, man.
3 days with no name, man. My posse was called No Name Yet, and it wasn't until we were like that we could end up coming around. I think it was the Phoenix. As basically, and then I was like, like that's what we should be like from the ashes. Can rise up from the ashes, and then we were like, and then we fucking found a logo that was pretty cool, and then we were like, boom, that's it. That's it. That was it, and it just stuck, and it makes sense to the story going forward. I mean, I know it's a game, but there's a storyline to this game. Do you know what I mean? There's what's happened in the past, and it's now the name of the name of the fucking game is Red Dead Redemption, mate. Now this is turned into a redemption story now. Do you know what I mean? Brian brought us all together and then stabbed us all in the back.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then he gave me on a plate.
Going forward, I can actually see the Ashes, getting more powerful, especially within Red Dead. Like, you have other alliances, which we'll not name at the moment, but this isn't probably what you see here right now.
It's not even half it.
It's not even a fraction of it, and there's probably more news to come.
There's news to come.
But we'll leave that for another day.
That's for another day. But Woody, Grizzly, and what Maiden? I was going to say they've not really said much.
Okay.
Sitting there
would
looking
anybody
cool.
else there like to have the final words then before I end this?
Grizz, Wood. Just what's your thoughts on it?
Stimpy's my boy, and I got his back. That's my word.
That's it.
What? My man.
I'm going to give a very last final word to Snappy here. Any words directly for Brian?
Just, mate, you've made your bed, mate. Now you're going to have to lie on it, mate. Because you've got to remember, mate, you've taught us now. You've taught us, mate. It's like, cunts are going, oh, Brian's your daddy. Well, if you look at it like that, and Brian was our daddy, mate, and we were his kids, mate, what happens when your kids grow up, mate? You can smack your kid up to about 16. Are you going to smack your kid when they're 16 when they're big enough to fucking fling you about the place? No. So, my opinion to Brian, mate, is, do you know what I mean, mate? I'm more disappointed with you because I thought we were tight, mate, and I thought fucking ringy, but the fact that you gave me to HHR, mate, that's a fucking low, man, and, to be honest, mate, you've left yourself with a gang now, mate, do you know what I mean? Fucking even Avatrana, mate, I didn't know what their thoughts on that, but we spoke to a few of them, and they said that's fucking no right, do you know what I mean? We had a good thing, and, mate, you've left us all disappointed. Mate, HHR, mate, do you know what I mean? See, if you'd done anything else, mate, I didn't think it would be half as bad, but the fact that it was HHR,
it literally could have been anybody else.
But obviously, HHR think this interview is going to be live, so we're hoping we're going to have a nice wee fucking live stream very shortly. This was obviously recorded in the studios. But there will be hopefully a nice wee setup because we've told everyone the interview is going to be 12 o'clock.
Yeah, I think, which is half an hour from now, so I think that's a good time now to end this interview, and we'll go and get ready, prepare, right?
And catch us on the live stream when you're about to see what happens.
So
when you fuck with From the Ashes.
From the Ashes. Goodbye.